Welcome to Goat Talk Live.
I don't know. I get a little tired of hearing, right?
The 99 is terrible. Here, I'm lacking for some reason. It's real white and flabby.
WTF. What are we doing?
Eddie, I tell everybody who'll listen that we're a really big deal.
Continues to grow and grow and grow.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Goat Talk on Thursday night, presented by SAVE22. I am your host, Eddie Smith, and broadcast czar. To my left, I've got Patrick Dravick, the CEO of GLR, and then down at the bottom, Andy Carnes, Director of Operations, going to be your crew here tonight. So y'all just come on, roll on in, come on, have a seat. There's plenty of spots. If you run out, grab a chair, bring it from the other room. Have somebody sit on your lap. Just, if you're feeling kind of funky, I don't know.
I wouldn't give the audience too many ideas on that one.
Look, we can't see them, so they can do whatever they want.
That's a true statement. That's actually a good point.
So
y'all do it too.
Well, how y'all doing tonight?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm excited. It's another Thursday. I love these things, man. I get to hang out. We get to talk about a bunch of cool stuff. I understand you're not in the best of moods here this evening, Eddie, and we'll see what comes of that as well. But he's got that look about him, and so this one's gonna be spicy. Let's say that
he's got a good red glow to him tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah. That's just because I'm really white. It's the Viking stuff. I had a lady at work said, "You're really white," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." She goes, I said, "Do you tan?" I go, "No, I really don't tan." She goes, "You just turn red, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah, that's pretty much it." So that's what's going on here. I don't tan, I just turn red. So, before we get rolling, we've got to thank our amazing sponsors. Of course, you see a couple of them right there, and we're going to talk about those like always. We've got a few more that we want to hit, but we got to start with our main sponsor and our great partner for Goat Talk and Friday Night Truck Series. That's SAVE22. At this point, if you don't know about SAVE22, you'd never watched Goat Talk before. I can tell you're not a listener, no, you're not a watcher, and you don't know much about Goat Locker. So if you're brand new, you don't know anything about Goat Locker, I'm going to introduce you to SAVE22. They're a partner, veteran organization that does incredible work helping veterans. Tuesday Talk, they do a podcast each week on Tuesday where they sit down with veterans and say, "Hey, tell us what's going on. Here's what we got going on in our life. You tell us what's going on in yours. Let's somebody having trouble, come on there and we'll talk it out." And man, what an incredible thing they got going on over there. So SAVE22 is unbelievable, doing so many things out there, just like Goat Locker. And so we want to show them some love. Save22.vet is the website, at Save22Vet on YouTube. If you want to go check them out. Brand new Tuesday Talk up from this week. Go check it out. Definitely worth the watch. Only 26 views right now. I think it deserves probably a lot more. So definitely go up there, watch it, like, subscribe, anything you can do to help them out. There's a QR code right there if you want to take your phone out, scan it, take you right there to it. Of course, on their website, they got a donate page. If you want to donate money, feel like I want to do something, I got a little extra. Of course, Goat Locker is always a great place to do that as well. But SAVE22, if you're mad at Pat for some reason, or Jamie pissed you off this week, maybe go to SAVE22 and just send your money over there. I don't know, but
great.
For every
we
reason.
just lost all donations right there. They're just
SAVE22. It'll come back.
Okay.
SAVE22. They're sponsoring us. So if you give it, it's indirect. It's crazy how that works. But SAVE22. We love them. Can't wait to get them back on the pod and chit chat with them. I'm going to go down the list, man. I'm feeling like I want to talk about some sponsors. Before we do that, though, I'm going to talk about happyhourracing.com with ATYL Media, Taylor Kitchen, who is over ATYL Media that you're watching this on. If you're on Facebook, do us a solid. Go up, load up YouTube, go to ATYL Media, and watch it from there as well, just to kind of give Taylor Kitchen some love. If you don't know, she's she's a NASCAR motorsports media, soon to be juggernaut. If she's not already, in my opinion. She does incredible work, works really hard, has done amazing and the time that I've known her is even gotten even more crazy how much work she's doing in the motorsports world. And then she's got this group of folks who come in and cover all types of things: Formula One, IndyCar, NASCAR, of course, and then sim racing, different types of categories. And man, we really appreciate her letting us be a part of that group. But HappyHourRacing.com is not her group; it's a sponsor of hers, and they sell NASCAR merch and other merch, I think, and definitely worth go checking out. Scan that QR code as well. If you want to go to the website, happyhourracing.com/ATYL, we'll give her the credit, give them that referral, and let them know that where you came from. I also want to thank Alexander PCs. We're going to talk a little bit about some sim rigs and all this kind of stuff. Alexander PCs, where that come from. And a few more days, going to be spending a little time with Alexander PC at the Sim Racing Expo, or the Sim Expo, not Sim Racing, Sim Expo. And Alexander PCs will be there. If you're looking for a PC, I'm going to be honest with you, now's a really good time to buy one. Prices are coming down. Graphics cards are coming back down from space, a little bit more reasonable. MSRP versions out there that you can get at good cost. What that means is that's also good for folks like Alexander PC. If you're not comfortable putting your own computer together and you want somebody that's going to troubleshoot, take care of you, point you the right direction. You don't know what AMD and CSI and FBI is when it goes to your computer parts. You don't know what any of that means. It all sounds like Greek to you. Well, Alexander PC, they understand exactly what it means. So go check them out, scan the code, go to the website, tell them Goat Locker sent me, and they'll take care of you.
And they're a great veteran-owned company.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on.
Well, we can't talk about that without talking about Glove Station. Another. We got to go in, and you go, why are they pushing all these? Because these are great partners. That's why. Because we want them. If you need some gloves, if you need some NASCAR merch, you know where to go. If you need a PC, you know where to go. If you need some gloves, now you know where to go. And Andy, what do you want to say?
That's right. I ordered a set from Glove Station yesterday, and within 2.5 hours, I had a tracking number. It said they were shipped.
That's pretty amazing.
Glove Station, kudos, good job, good shout out. 2.5 hour response time, already shipped. Go. So keep up the good work.
QR code, glovestation.com. That's where you'll go to get that. And of course, we got to shout out our favorites, Jam Printing Promotions. We got Cruise and Class. We got InVets. We got the Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs. Good God. We got MK Fire Designs. We got ZAT.
ZAT. Yes.
Yeah, ZAT Designs, I think is what it is.
Graphics.
ZAT Graphics. All right, I'm learning. We're working on that.
You're doing great. Doing great.
And if I missed anybody else, like Sim Motion, all the ones that go into the Sim Rig, all those big partners. So want to thank all our sponsors at the top of the show. Then let's jump into it. What's going on?
Let's go.
What we got to talk about this week? Let's start with the top. I mean, y'all got anything y'all want to start off with? I guess I
just want to say hi to Lincoln Tech. Hi, Lincoln Tech.
Boom, Lincoln Tech. God,
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
But hey, no.
The sponsor of the entire fall series,
It's okay, man. There's so much stuff going on. It's hard to keep track of. I have a tough time keep tracking of it, tracking of it. Yeah. That's the way to that's the way to structure that sentence. That went well. And then it's good to see everybody in chat here tonight. I see SAVE22. So whoever it is out there, John, if that's you, great to see you, brother. Know you guys are out there kicking butt and doing a lot of great things. Or whoever the heck it is, next time you guys want to jump on the show, you got to let us know, man. I mean, you drug me on your show. We'll drag you on this one. We'll have a good old time with it. And then we got a bunch of other people in chat right now. My goodness. I mean, Brandon Wallace, I would assume he'd already been asleep, but that's cool. I mean, he's here. He's hanging out.
Who is that from SAVE22 that's typing in Facebook chat? Identify yourself. Let us know who it is. I might have something to say depending on who it is.
Who is it?
Identify yourself.
I'm here to help. Yeah.
We need to know.
I got a question to ask.
Oh boy.
Something I do want to talk about. We talked about it, Pat, in private, but
oh boy.
The next week going to be doing a solo podcast, and something that I want y'all to do is we're going to try something a little bit different. Want to have a little bit of fun, and I want to talk to a bunch of people. I'm going to speed date our members. I want y'all to come in, and what we're going to do is about 2 or 3 minutes at a time. We're going to have the podcast. I'm going to give y'all the link, and I want people to come in. Just talk to me about your race. I want to hear about your races that week, what's been going on. If you're a broadcaster, we'll talk about that. Love to get just as many people from the league as possible who want to come in with their webcams and want to talk, chit-chat, see themselves on Goat Talk, on ATYL Media, you want to talk about your sponsors, you want to talk about what's going on in your life, want to talk about anything like that, we're going to do something fun. I don't know. If one person shows up, I'll talk to you the whole time. If we have 4 or 5, we'll kind of rotate in and out and just have a good time, meet some people. I'd love to have some folks that we haven't met before, haven't talked to. It's always easier once we see you and talk to you to kind of, I don't know, it just always works like that. The internet's a weird place. I think humans are meant to be face-to-face with people, see, in person. It's always funny how, you might dislike somebody, or you have I don't know about that guy. Then you meet them in person, and you're like, oh man, what a damn good guy. So
that didn't happen when I met Jeremy Gardner in person. It was quite the opposite. I'm like, that dude is a real something. And then I met him in person. I'm like, no, that just confirmed all that. Yeah, that guy's an asshole.
Well, we might find out that you're an asshole. Who knows? So just come on next week. Be prepared. I'm going to send out the link. I know a bunch of you got webcams because y'all put them on for the broadcast. So come on, chit chat. It's not going to be for long, so don't feel the pressure of like, I don't know what to say. I'll ask you some questions. You tell me what you want to say, and then once we're done, we'll get you out. We'll get somebody else. Goshen said he wants to be anonymous. Well, we can't be anonymous. You'll have to. We'll know you right away. The only one person sounds like you look. As soon as we hear your voice, Goshen, we're going to know it's you because you look a certain way.
That's true.
You look like
There's no one that quite looks like him.
You look like a truck driver, so you sound like one too. No, anyway, that'll be fun. I hope that y'all participate. It'd be cool to sit down and talk to you about your races and just tell us how it's going and all that kind of stuff. Y'all do that in chat and in Discord, but maybe it'd be cool to kind of do it in there. So anyway, that'll be what we're doing next week. So that'll be a lot of fun. Well, let's talk about SimRig number 11, Pat. How about that?
Do we have the video? Are we going to do the video?
Do we have the video? Well,
I know we have the video.
I was hoping you would tee me up, but you the video?
That was the tee up. I'm sorry. That was the tee up. After 40-something episodes, you'd think we'd get this together a little bit here, but I
had it together. You threw the curveball.
I did. That was my fault.
While you were talking, when I handed off to you, and then you start talking. Because I've been talking this entire time. And so when I hand it off to you, what does that mean? That means I'm going to find the video.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you hadn't have said, hey, what about the video?
Right.
I could be looking up the video right now.
No one would have known it. It would have looked seamless.
Yeah, exactly. So
it would have been seamless. And
this sounds like a great episode.
That's really what it's doing.
I mean, he's blaming.
All I could hear was the music right there.
Yeah,
that's all I could hear.
I didn't blame you for anything.
He blamed me for this.
I didn't blame. There was no blame.
It was him that
was no blame.
That messed
But we
up.
did it was an awesome time. So me and Andy. So it was the first time Andy got. Now the music. I told you he was in some kind of mood tonight.
He was in it. He's ready. The red hat is just the cherry on top. He's spicy.
This is too priceless. But yeah, me and Andy.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Go
ahead and tell us about it.
Andy, like 2 weeks ago,
drove up. Well, good morning, everybody. I know it's been a little while here, probably a couple months since we delivered a SimRig, so we're going to fix that today. Today we're taking off. We're heading up to Fort Wayne to deliver a SimRig to an awesome Army veteran, Hamzad Khan. I can't wait to get on the road, but before we do that, I gotta go pick up Andy, our new director of operations, so he can come with us. So strap in. We got a 2.5-hour drive to get up there and hang out with me and Andy as we deliver SimRig number 11. All of our sponsors and everybody that allows us to continue our mission. Thank you to Alexander PCs, Sim Motion, and Next Level Racing. iRacing, thank you so much for giving these guys a free year subscription at Love Station on Monday nights in the ARCA series, Lincoln Tech on Tuesdays with our new IndyCar series, Cruising Classics and Nasties. Thursdays when Goat Talk goes, that's SAVE22, the amazing organization they are. And oh, by the way, they sponsor the Friday Night Truck Series with MK Fire Designs and Zach Graphics. And Sundays, InVets. Thank you, InVets, for everything you do in helping us identify these veterans. Hamzad, welcome to the Goat Locker Racing family.
Heck yeah. So, man, sim rig number 11. I can't believe it. I mean, I can't believe it because y'all have been doing it.
Is it my turn now?
Huh?
Or is it? Can I talk?
Huh? Yeah,
Let's
your
let Andy
podcast.
talk. Andy, how was your experience delivering that sim rig and everything like that?
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Chevy James 85 here. Yeah, it took more like 10 minutes, but we'll be fair about it. So we'll go with that. No, it was a fantastic experience. That was my first opportunity to do a sim rig donation, to be a part of that. It was absolutely amazing to see that side of it outside. I think we get so in tune with the racing part of it, and that's for us. But to see Goat Locker do what Goat Locker is designed to do, and that's to help veterans and to get these rigs in the hands of veterans. Thanks to all our sponsors that make that possible. It was just a great afternoon. It was a great day. And Hamza, welcome to the group. Welcome to the family. We're glad you're here and can't wait to kick your ass on track.
Hey, everybody.
No.
Hamza Khan in Discord. Go. I've already started it. I need y'all to ping him on Discord at Hamza Khan. Just let him know that we're shouting him out and we appreciate him being here. So get after it. Go. Do it now.
I'm about ready to take my hat off, man.
Go ahead, Pat. No, please don't. Golly, everybody's been going about.
I'm about ready to just take it off. This is ridiculous, right?
Yeah, this chat has been really.
You need to keep the hat on. Agreed.
Yeah.
Do us a favor, keep the hat on.
Andy, you still got a full head of hair.
I can see my reflection in his head. Hold up.
Oh no, that's why do you think I'm wearing the hat? Come on, no.
This is way past Noah's bedtime. I mean, he should have had his chicken nuggets. He should be tucked in bed right now with a little juicy box.
I do like that that Lucas Lyon said you stole his haircut. That's my favorite. Lucas is about, I think he's early 20s and starting to bald already. So poor guy has gone through it, but I think he said you stole his haircut. It's pretty funny.
All right.
When did y'all start? Look, I'm curious. I'm still waiting. My dad, I think he's in chat.
Yep.
Dad, if you're in chat, tell me when you went bald. Because I need to know. Because when is it going to happen? I'm nervous. I'm nervously waiting.
I'm not bald.
Huh? But you're balding. So when did it start? Just.
I don't know. It was probably in my 20s, I would think. I never really had a whole lot of hair. And it's been like this for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then, I'm kind of stuck in one of those things. I could shave my head. I could do the Andy thing and just be like, you know what? It gave up on me a long time ago. I'm going to give up on it. But, my wife of 30 years is like, don't do that. And I'm like, I can't go against, she has to go to bed with me at night. So I got to do what she tells me to do. So I got to keep the hair.
Yeah. You can't do the comb over. You just gotta go and rip it off.
I don't do a comb over. I keep it very short, but apparently people really appreciate me with a hat on. They think I look really good with a hat on. That is the positive take I'm going to take from this, is that people think I look really good with a hat on. Stop shaking your head, Eddie.
You got to stay positive. No, I'm 100% on board. You got to stay positive.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for. And Santa's saying that the balding is supposed to come from the mother's side, and I've heard that, and they're all bald as well. So I'm in trouble. I'm just waiting for the day that I will go to take a shower and it's all in the and then I find the nearest bridge and I just jump right off. And man, I tell you, no, I'm kidding. I would never do that. Into the water because the bridge was not very high, and I would go swimming for a while, and then I would get out, and then I would just deal with it, Anyway, moving on.
Past all this. This is
charity, SimRig 11. Yeah, so talk a little bit more about that, Pat.
Yeah, I mean, and like Andy said, I mean, it's always an incredible time to be able to do that. It is one of the very main things that we do, is to be able to provide this equipment. And when we go through the selection process and we're doing all the steps to it, and, I know I've talked to a lot of people recently, and I was having a really good conversation. I was at Jam Printing and Promotions today. And it's like, you get down in the weeds of things, and we're kicking off the fall season, and we've got all these things that's going on with that and all these other turning pieces. And sometimes you kind of get lost in it a little bit, but when you can pull yourself out of it and you can look at it from that 30,000 foot view, it's incredible. Just the things we've been able to do. I mean, we are that close to giving away $30,000 worth of equipment. I think we've given away $29,800 and something dollars worth of equipment.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, that's just unbelievable to me. And to be able to, and I never want to take anything for granted, but to jump in a Goat Locker racing truck full of equipment to drive to give it to a veteran for the 11th time it blows my mind, man. When I get a chance to think about it like that, it blows my mind.
Yeah, you're getting pretty good at it at this point.
Yeah, we've done a few here and there, and I think the only hiccup we had, Andy, was at the restaurant, and the one restaurant just didn't want to seat us, and I don't know. That was weird.
They didn't like goats. They didn't like the goats that walked in the door.
We just stood there for a while, and then we're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna go to a different restaurant now." So
yeah,
shout out to Smoky Bones in Fort Wayne.
Is that the good? That's the one that you went to, or the one that didn't seat you?
That's the one that didn't seat us.
Oh, see, I don't go to Logan's anymore for the same reason.
That's where we ended up, was Logan's.
Oh, see, I won't go to Logan's. If y'all would have said Logan's with me there, I would have said I'm not going. We went to a Logan's one time, me and my wife, and we sat down, and people kept walking by, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm not the type of person to flag somebody down. I'm not gonna flag you down to give you my money. That sounds crazy. And so we waited, and I got up and just walked out. The lady at the thing, I don't know what she said, but I don't think I said much of anything. We just left, and I've never been back. I voted with my wallet. Instead of people complaining, don't complain about stuff. If you want to complain about stuff, that's whatever. I guess you can, but vote with your wallet. That's the best way to let yourself be heard.
Yeah. So it was incredible. We had an incredible time, and I know he's getting adjusted to everything, and we'll get him on track here really, really shortly.
I think he was doing some AI races or something. Mm-hmm. I want to say so. Yeah. Jumping into it, trying to get used to it.
I think that's a perfect guest for next week. I think he needs to jump into this thing.
Well, yeah, get him into the speed dating thing. Yeah,
get him into the speed dating.
That's it.
So yeah, really cool. Yeah, really cool to get number. And Andy, it was really cool to see you get to go along as well and be a part of that. I mean, any stories that you want to tell about him, or you want to give a little bit more info about him, or just want to let him do that?
It was just super humble, super cool guy, man. I mean, it was a lot of fun to talk to him.
You said he was a gamer?
Yeah.
He's a gamer already?
So he's kind of used to this world. He's used to streaming. He has found a lot of healing, dealing with some of the things he's dealt with, post-service by just doing some streaming and things along those lines. But he's never really been able to step up to something like this, to get into racing. And so he started messing around with some racing games, just some console games and things like that. And he really started to see how that helped him. It's like being engaged in racing. He was always thinking about the racing lines and racing against people, some of the strategy, and he just really started to fall in love with the racing side of things too. And it's kind of funny because he started talking a little bit about then he started YouTubing old NASCAR races to learn more about NASCAR, and and he really started getting into. You would have had a great conversation with Eddie because he was watching the old '80s races and everything, and So yeah, man, it was just cool, and every one of them's different. Every one of them, I don't think we'll ever top the chicken story with Froheiger. Maybe we will. I don't know. That guy will just live in infamy forever. He does bring some of it upon himself, but hey, most of it upon himself. But love that guy to death. But we are now taking applications for our next round of equipment. We've definitely got some applications in. Again, this has been really centered on these Hoosier veterans. We are working on some other funding right now so we can expand that outwards. But if you know anybody that's here in the state of Indiana that is a veteran that could benefit from what we're doing, please go on the website and have them fill out the application, or you do it for them. We've definitely had applications come in that have nominated other people. But head over to the website. If you go to the Race With Us section, there's a little drop down that says equipment application. There's a general one, and there's one for Hoosier veterans. But we are gearing up to do our next one. We will get another one out in the month of September. So please, if you know of anybody or you would like to nominate anybody, head over to the website. We would love to jump in the Goat Locker racing truck and go deliver them some equipment.
That's cool. There might be a place for too long. It's an interesting idea of having if we get enough of them, which you're getting close already, of having a sim rig recipient race.
Right. I think that'd be awesome.
That'd be pretty sweet. So
Yeah.
we need to look into doing something like that once we get enough. Which
Yep.
I don't know. We got enough now. We'll probably just throw them all onto the thing and have a fun little broadcast with them and kind of highlight them and stuff like that. So
if you include Charles Abert, who got the chassis and the wheel and pedal set and everything for us, we ended up buying him a nicer chassis because of his back issues and things along those lines. Yeah. So it's been 12 people have, received equipment from us to date.
Yeah.
And you can put on a pretty good short track race with 12 dudes.
I was gonna say, do something that nobody really races. Find like a little, like the little, what's the little small cars they just came out with, small stock cars.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Like that
I do.
on a Legends track or like a dirt track or something like that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Sort of like a noob race or something like that. It'd be pretty neat. So man, the best ideas just come out of nowhere. I like it. I can't stop thinking about it now. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here.
If we have that race, I might have a chance at a pole or a win. I might be in this, so I may have to be a guest on that one and kind of see.
Unbelievable. That's the director of operations. Everybody trying to come in and beat all the SimRig recipients.
I got to get him in.
As soon as the idea pops up, he's already trying to finagle his way in there to go beat them. It's not even a thing yet.
I get to feel like I dominate for like one night. I don't care if he's at his
okay, we'll just set up a race where the one rule is Andy Carnes has to win. There you go. Now you can.
Yeah, there you go.
The mini stocks.
Goshen got it. The mini stocks.
Mini stocks. Yep. There you go.
1987 on dirt oval. Wow, just ridiculous. No, Lucas.
Okay.
No. But yeah, so really cool. I mean, it's obviously we love all the sponsors that go along with those giveaways. iRacing, of course, a big, huge sponsor, and iRacing has some. We got some news with iRacing coming up here, Pat.
Yeah. So everybody mark their calendars. On October the 8th, we are going to be hosting a charity race. It's been a water. It's been a little while since we've done one. I can't even remember the last time we did one. We did one with the guys over at the Honorable Recharge, and that was really, really fun and really cool last year. And so this year we have not put one on. So the first off week of the fall season, we are going to put on a charity race. Jamie Barkus and Ryan Pendleton are working on the format, the car track combo. I've heard some leaks. It may be the Cup car at Atlanta Motor Speedway or Echo Park, depending on, what side of the pond you come from. I don't know. But we're going to have some really cool prizes that go along with that. We'll have some raffles, winners and things like that will get their prizes. But we're going to, I've talked about it a couple different times. We have stockpiled a lot of donations, things that have been donated to us. I have a Kevin Harvick signed helmet. I have a couple Kyle Larson IndyCar die casts. We have some track uniforms from Arrow McLaren. I have 2 William Byron Liberty University track shirts from Hendrick Motorsports. So we're going to put a lot into this, and it's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. But as the details come out, obviously we'll get them out to everybody. But MK Fire Designs and we'll talk about that here in a minute, is going to be putting something into this charity race as well. Y'all are going to want this. But one of the coolest parts is yes, we've been partnered with iRacing for a while now. And I had a wonderful conversation with them yesterday, and we are going to broadcast this across all of their channels. So think about, the little text alert that you get for the Coca-Cola 600's going live, or the Coke Series is going live. Goat Locker Racing is going live across all iRacing channels with our charity race. So this is going to be big, really big.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Cannot wait. A lot of details to come out. But yeah, to be able to put what Goat Locker does and put it out there for the whole iRacing audience is going to be incredible. So when the time comes, what we need though is that that people will click on the link, but what we need, we need everybody to be on board as far as sharing it. If you're going to be in the race and you want people to see it, you need to share it. This needs to be a big deal, not just for you, not just for Goat Locker, but for everybody that's involved, all the partners, sponsors, because it's just a wider audience that we get to reach out. And you only get opportunities like this every once in a while.
Yeah.
You're not going to get an opportunity. It's going to be cool to see yourself on iRacing's channels. But to have our sponsors be able to have a bigger platform like iRacing to put themselves out there. It's a huge deal. So we're going to need everybody to be a part of this, not just the leadership team, not just the broadcasters or the, anybody that admin, stuff like that. We need everybody to be involved in getting the making noise. Get out there. So, hey, look, Go Locker's going to be on iRacing. Go check out iRacing. Copy and paste the link, put it on your Facebook, send it to your Discords that race. Let them know that, hey, check this iRacing broadcast out. It's going to be pretty cool. And we need it. You don't get many opportunities. You got to make the most of it. So we're going to make the most of it and try to make sure Goat Locker is something that people know about outside of a sort of a circle. It's very easy, I feel like, just casually talking here, to get into a bubble.
Yes.
Maybe a veteran bubble or a sim racing bubble. And while we're not going to break out of the sim racing, to be able to break out of a bubble, just reach out, not break out, but just maybe reach out and try to grab some more people, some more viewers. Pat, one of the questions that pops up every time you talk to a potential sponsor is what?
What's your viewership?
What's your viewership? And so this is a great opportunity to bring people to, V-Speed obviously going to be very excited about this opportunity, but Goat Locker itself is going to be very excited to bring the viewership to Goat Locker and what it's all about. And, it's going to be incredible. So we need everybody to be a part of this. It needs to be a group effort.
Yeah. And as long as we don't have Lucas Lyons in the production booth, it should go off really, really well. I'm excited.
Why is Lucas catching strays?
Because he's shooting them out in the chat.
Oh, he just made one hair joke and you're mad?
He's made plenty.
What I tell you before the podcast, Andy?
I've got a microphone. I'll say anything I want.
And he's pissed at that one hair that's left, so he's just going to go fire at it.
Hey, look here. Rick Anderson in the chat. Don't know this name. U.S. Air Force vet here. Love the racing. Jamie Lukey turned me on to it. I like it so much. As soon as I can afford it, I'm going to buy the gear and start racing myself. Awesome. Pretty cool. Glad to have you here, Rick.
Welcome home, Rick.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited about that. The charity racing will be a lot of fun. I don't know. Is there anything else we want to say about that? We covered it all. I think we did.
No, we want to get people excited about it right now. Those that tune in and everything like that, they'll start talking about it. And I do think a lot of people are going to want to, they're going to want to be a part of that race. They're going to want to see themselves on iRacing's channels. So we're going to have, some qualifying races beforehand to get into the show. It is going to be kind of like that all-star format. Past champions get in automatically. Last year's winners get in automatically. And then we're going to do a series of qualifying races to fill the rest of the spots. But, as we get, he got offended. Look at poor Lucas, man. He
caps locking it right now.
All caps.
Wow. He just, I hit a button right there, didn't I? Ooh-wee. But, so there'll be a lot of really cool things leading up to it. And again, anybody that joins this race will have an opportunity to win one of these cool prizes. It isn't like the coolest prizes are going to go to the winner. No, we want the coolest prizes. Everybody gets a shot to win them. Everybody gets a shot to get, that Goat Locker Racing custom-made flag. They get a shot at, the Kevin Harvick, signed helmet. We'll do something cool for the winner and all that other stuff too. But all these prizes I'm talking about, you enter the race, you're going to have X amount of chances to win that prize. If you donate more than just the entry, you get X more amount, we want to make sure that, we're raising, enough funds and everybody knows where all these funds go. Every dollar raised goes right back into Goat Locker Racing. It goes into, more equipment for veterans and things like that. Because really what we want to do is, Brayton's here. Pizza Man, Goat Locker Racing's favorite ARCA driver there. Someone did say cool prizes. You never know. Maybe I'll head over to Brayton Laster's race shop and have him sign a couple of things, and we'll put those in there as well. I'm sure,
we need a good die cast. That's what we need. Let's get a die cast.
So,
let's do it.
But yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that we have a partner like iRacing, who loves us absolutely to death, loves what we're doing, supports us in any way they possibly can. So it is. It is freaking. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be good. I'm excited for that. More information will be coming down the line, but it's not too far away. I mean, when I was told about it, I'm looking at the dates like, oh gosh. So it's coming
Time
up
to go.
soon. Yeah, time to go. Good, but that's good. We can get to it quicker. That'll be a lot of fun. And we get a great opportunity to talk about our new sponsors, MK Fire Design and Zach
Yep.
Graphics. How about that?
I'm gonna let Andy talk. It seems like it's just been the Pat and Eddie show. Andy's a really cool guy.
Andy
He's
wants
got
to
cool
come
stuff.
on and
He's
talk.
got cool things to
You
say.
Hey,
got to jump in there, Andy.
Can't get a word in edgewise. Sit here and enjoy the show like everybody else. Zach Graphics, yeah, they're going to be our graphics partner. Look at getting some decal work done. Look at getting the race car wrapped up here this fall. Once some things kind of wind down for them, so we'll get the old hot rod wrapped up and looking good. Picked up a couple items from today, so that everything's starting to look real good on that end. And then MK Fire, what can I say? Mitch is a firefighter, west side of Indianapolis at Washington Township Fire Department in Avon, Indiana, and does a side job for MK Fire. It's his side hustle and his business and his family, and does amazing work. And he's going to have some really cool. Oh, he's going to pull it up. Here we go. Get ready. Drum roll it. There it is, folks. Custom Goat Locker Racing engraved flags. They're pretty cool.
I thought we were just having a moment of silence and just
we
soaking all that awesomeness
we need
in.
to just kind of take it in.
Yeah, we're just taking it all
embrace
in.
the
We're all like,
silence there for a moment. Just
Moment of silence for all other woodwork.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's Mitch is obviously he's making those right now, getting those ready for us, and we'll see what we do with them. We're not we got some ideas floating around. We'll let you all know here as soon as we make some decisions and how we're gonna get those out. And it all goes well, those will be available at some point to the mass markets. We're getting some things dialed in, and Mitch is going to be a supplier for us for those flags. And so stay tuned. Get your own real soon.
I mean, if you got a sim racing room, or if it's a perfect place to put something like that, and they look awesome. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They are incredible looking.
And outside the Goat Locker, I mean, if you want your old military unit, your fire, your EMS, your police badge, anything, go look at his website. They do retirement gifts it's a corporate gift as well. So if you work at an employer and an employee's done something amazing and they need to be recognized, it's a great opportunity to have a custom gift to remember that. So I think it's cool. I've seen his work. He's done work for us before on the corporate side. He's just a hell of a great guy. And I don't, mkfiredesigns.com. Go check it out. Get your custom one built today.
Or add him on Instagram, which is where this is right here. MK Fire Design on Instagram, and follow him. And that way you can see all the stuff he posts. And
you go through and look at some of the stuff he's done. It's pretty amazing and beautiful.
Yeah. So really excited to have MK Fire Designs and Zach.
And a fireman. We got a fireman in the house. Let's go.
Yeah. And I was when I saw the logo for the GT3 series, the new logo. Good job, Pat. Pat made that.
Oh,
I was confused. I'm like, why does it look like it's got a fireman's logo? Now I understand. That's why it does. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. I can't wait. I've been waiting on Saturday all week. I'm so bummed out.
Yeah, you have. There's been enough messages in Discord. Is it
every
Saturday?
Every time I look, it's not. Every time I look around, it's not Saturday yet.
No, not yet.
And I'm ready. Andy Road Course, broadcasted by the great Tim Jones, going to be announced by Ken Huber, Corinne Smith.
Awesome.
Man, so
Good
cool
team.
to finally see the GT3 series taking off and having, eyeballs, and you guys have done a great job of getting, sponsors for it. I know there's a big push for that.
Yep.
And it just shows that, with enough momentum, you can get anything done around Goat Locker. And I think that's what's so cool about where Goat Locker is now is, pretty neat. So excited for that. Excited for that partnership. Can't wait to see how that kind of continues on down the road. So,
yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the sports car series. And, when we set out for the fall season, it was like the number one thing when I brought Andy on board is we got to figure this out. We got to figure it out. These guys have earned it. We need it, a bigger part of Goat Locker Racing for the sports cars guys. And it just all came together, man. And that's a badass logo. I mean, the logo for the sports car series is just, that's just top notch right there.
It's pretty
You're
sweet.
slick.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
But hey, a
What
lot of
you
really
got?
cool stuff going on. And, if you don't know, we're going to be in Schaumburg, Illinois next weekend. I think we have drubbed that one to death at this point in time.
Hell
Anybody
yeah.
that volunteered to come up, you should have got your little stuff via Discord message or whatever the heck. You just got to show up, show it to the registration desk along with a photo ID. You get your badge so you can walk around like a cool kid. But anybody that's going to be in the Schaumburg area, please come visit us. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be awesome, man. I mean, all the big hitters in the sim world are going to be there. I know Tony Kanon's going to be there, so I'm going to track him down and have we'll do some things with him, and hopefully I can drag him over to our booth and have him, maybe run a race or whatever on our sim rig. So we're going to do a lot of really cool stuff, but I'm super excited to get up there and finally meet Alexander PCs in person, to meet TJ, the owner, to meet, Brian over there too. It's going to be cool. And then I got to meet Logan Threkeld, cause he's just going to show up, and, I don't even know how that's going to go. So we're going to figure that one out. And then I know Dan Krakeel's coming up. The Ellingsons are coming up. Quite a few other people are going to be there as well. So I'm looking forward to not only the expo itself and just probably drooling over a bunch of super, super cool stuff, but just getting some time with the Goat Locker Racing family. We've done it at racetracks and things like that, but there's just nothing like sitting around at night over an ice cold lemonade and, or whatever you're drinking, whatever. And just sitting around and having that camaraderie. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Not that I don't hang out with Andy enough nowadays. And I'll probably be sitting around there on Thursday night when it's probably just me and him contemplating my life decisions at that point.
Good thing we're in Illinois.
Yeah.
You won't have any weapons in the car.
Yeah,
so
there's that.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Welcome to Chicago. You're safe.
Yeah, it's gonna be super cool. It's gonna be cool to kind of rub shoulders with people in the sim racing space, which would be nice. And yeah, I mean, just don't take your billfold. That's all I got to say. I'd be broke if they're selling anything. I would.
Well, Eddie,
be like,
Eddie, I'll bring it all back for you, Eddie. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna say.
I mean, if you're paying for it, you bring whatever you want.
Yeah,
this is gonna be bad. Gomez Industries is right next to us.
Who?
Gomez Industries is right next to us.
What is that? I don't know what Gomez.
You've not seen any of their wheels? They make the most amazing wheels, like in GT3 style, like realistic, like
really
crazy wheels. Cody McElwain races with one of them, as a matter of fact. They're insane, man.
I'll take a look at them. So that it looks. It looks
high dollar.
Expensive. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks expensive.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm looking at the.
Sounds like a great opportunity for a new sponsorship.
$700 for the interlock system, and then down here it is. It does get salty. Ooh, my eyes are watering. Oh.
It's.
Oh my lord!
They make some incredible wheels.
They look awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so.
neat.
But yeah, we're all looking forward to that. And then again, we got the Lincoln Tech Car Show. Me and Andy will be at Lincoln Tech this Tuesday coming up for their Veterans Club meeting, which is always awesome. Once a month, they get together with all the veterans there. So we'll see Alexander Sexauer and the whole crew and the students and teachers and everything there. And then we'll have the car show on October the 3rd. And as we wrap up a couple things here in that nonprofit world, the survey is still going. We've had a lot of great responses. Thank you to everybody that's responded. We will close it out this Sunday, so if you haven't got a chance, please take a couple minutes. It's helping us out tremendously. So, and then web store is coming. I heard you. I heard everybody loud and clear on this damn survey. When you go down to the one part, it says, what could we be doing better or something along those lines. Can't remember quite the question. And then you see this little graph bar, and it's like, you could do this, you could do this. And then it's like, wham, web store. Like everybody wants to buy the merch.
Yeah.
So Jam Printing and Promotions, Amber is working hard on that right now. We hope to have that launched here in the next couple of weeks. And that way, if you want one of these little, slick polos, bam, go get you one.
That's awesome. Hell
hoodies, bam, go get you one. So we're going to get that up and running. Hats, I don't know, thongs, banana hammocks, you name it. We're going to put it all on the website.
Yeah.
It's going to be,
now we're getting fun.
Great. That's
disgusting. disgusting.
What?
Unreal.
Why is that?
Yeah, that's exciting. I love that. I can't wait. That way you can just go grab whatever you want. You don't have to wait for a t-shirt drop or a hoodie drop. That'd be really
Yes.
awesome. Yeah,
Yep.
awesome. Very
Yeah.
cool very cool
And I
stuff.
think you threw in that championship belt, and you might have a combo with the
Yeah, just go on there and purchase a championship
Yep,
belt.
that's it. With the yeah. You're not Hulk Hogan, but you'll
Oh,
do
you
it.
know what? You do need to
Mhm.
put like a
Mhm.
participation trophy in there. That's what you need to do. You need to
Ooh.
make one of those trophies just
Yeah.
like you give out for the other ones and just put
Mhm.
participation in it so people
Mhm.
can buy it. I mean,
Mhm.
it's a donation to Goat Locker. What the heck you talking about? Do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to draw the line somewhere, man.
All right,
Nah.
we'll draw the
It
line
was-
at Goat of the Week.
Oh,
Ooh, here it
One of
comes.
our favorite segments is Goat of the Week, and where we just highlight somebody that or someone or some group of people that have been doing a good job or has stepped up in a way.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, I just it's always hard to pick. Luckily, we have a show every week, so we can pick the same people multiple times. We can pick somebody new. You know, we can do the same thing. But for as
right.
far as this week goes, man, it's going to be really hard for me to not pick Daniel Krakeel as my go to the week because if you could see the spreadsheets that I see, if you could see the data that he keeps up with, if you
Yeah.
could see the stuff that he's doing behind the scenes to make this stuff, make some of these series run, the ARCA series being probably one of the bigger
Mm.
ones so far.
Yeah.
I mean, just unbelievable participation this week, and he's got some hard decisions to make. And hey, look, he puts in a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's just is what it is. And so seeing
Yep.
behind the scenes, seeing the spreadsheet, seeing the work that he does, all the stuff he does in his own time, volunteer work,
Mhm.
it's hard pressed for me not to make him go to the week, especially when this first week is kicking off and be tough without him.
It would be
Yeah.
incredible. And we're working on the ARCA series. Everybody calm down. Everybody
Yep.
calm themselves.
We'll get it.
I just got hey, everybody calm down. My go to the week is Jamie Lemke, Ricky Sisk Jr., and Jacob Lemke. And all the guys that were selected to step up into the Cup Series, those three just kind of come to mind. Raced around them last night a few different times. And the first Cup Series of the season with new drivers in there, those that got promoted to the Premier Series, you're always a little bit like, how's this going to go? And we're just going to put them at Talladega.
Yep.
Oh, how it went was 60 green flag laps and a full caution-free green flag stops and an incredible finish to that race.
Yeah. Was a good race.
So those guys
Awesome.
that got promoted, and now in that Premier Series, man, congratulations to you all. You raced incredibly well, class act. I mean, I can't say enough about the crowd, and the new guys that came into the Cup Series last night. What an amazing race.
Yeah,
congratulations
it was fun
to you guys.
It was a lot of fun to watch, and so it's a great race all around. Andy, what about you?
Man, I got to go with, I've tuned in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays to some great racing, and I got to go with the Goat Locker Racing V-Speed broadcasters. V-Speed's putting on a great show. Our broadcast team, so far from what I've seen, has been awesome. And what do I have to base that level on? Well, because after last night, I tuned in, and when you turn it off and you get a recommendation on your web browser, and it says, if you like that, you might like this. And I'm like, well, shit, it's only 9:00. I'll, if there's another one going on from some other random organization, they're hosting a league race, I'm going to check it out. As soon as I turn it over, the broadcaster said, yeah, and for all you 13 people that are tuned in, he could have gave a shit less about what he was doing in the moment. And any rock band you've ever met in your life has played for 5 and 10 and 20 people, and they still rock the house. So it doesn't matter how many people are tuning in. Do your job. If you're not happy, find the door. Our broadcasting team is amazing, and they're just doing a fantastic job bringing the racing and bringing Goat Locker out to the fans. So I just want to say good job. You're my go to the week. All you broadcasters, keep up the good work. I know we're going to finish the week strong and get into our season and just do great things. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I've talked ad nauseum about it, and I'm just blown away about the effort that have been put into it. Guys come up ready. They do the work behind the scenes. They're putting in time and effort. It's Pat's vision for this to be this way, and it's the perfect vision because he was exactly right. We want people who care about this, and that's what's important now. And we're not dogging any old partners, broadcast partners that we had. We thank them a whole lot. It's not a
No.
it's not a we didn't have that before, now we do, but it's just whenever you have people internally doing this stuff, they care more. They just by default, and it makes perfect sense.
Definitely.
And they do all the work. They really care about their performance. These guys are sending me messages afterward. Hey, what can we do better? What can I do? I say, hey, this was a little bit off, but I'll work on that. That type of stuff goes. I mean, it's just huge stuff that I'm not asking them to do, but they're just doing on their own, and that it's better than I ever thought it would be. I just didn't know the potential we had in GLR. We just had to open the doors and let them come in and work at it, and they're killing it. It's just unbelievable. So
keep up the good work. Race Control, everybody, producers, everybody that's involved putting on this show to the fans each night. It's not each week. This isn't a weekly series. It's every daggum night. So
and
good
viewership's
job.
going up. Viewership keeps going up.
And
like we had over 50 concurrent, or we had 50 viewers at one point, which I know is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but comparatively to other streams. But for us, it's not about comparison to other people. It's about comparing us to ourselves.
Yes.
And we want to continue to improving, and that's definitely happening. So can appreciate the broadcasts are just whatever, but they're nothing if you don't share them, and you don't if you like them and you're sharing them, we appreciate you. So that's the idea, that you like them enough that you're not embarrassed to show your family, friends, and that they're good enough to that you want. Hey, you got to check this out. This is awesome. That's the whole point. We're here to highlight your drivers, and as long as we're doing that, we're doing our jobs. And I think the guys that we and gals that we have, in the broadcast group is just unbelievable. So I can't wait to see how it's going to go. We've got the GT3 stuff popping off here this weekend. Excited for that. Can't wait. So just cool. I can't thank those folks enough. They've done unbelievable work.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's move on to our Warrior Spotlight. Of course, we talked about him already, but he is the Warrior Spotlight for this month, week, whatever it is, until we get another one, I guess. That's the way it's good. I don't know if it's monthly anymore. It kind of just randomly pops up.
I think you do this every time. Just call it the Warrior Spotlight and just move on. It's not of the week. It's not of the month. It's just the Warrior Spotlight.
Yeah. Hamza, you'll stick around until you get replaced. How about that?
The Warrior Spotlight of the week is going to Hamza Khan, and he served in the United States Air Force for 6 years as a ground radio tech. He deployed to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. I appreciate whoever took all the abbreviations off. And was stationed at Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho and Osan Air Force Base in Korea. We're proud to have him here at GLR. Sweet. Hamza Khan, the most recent SimRig recipient. And, like I said, if you haven't gone to general chat and pinged him, which a lot of you did, appreciate y'all. Go in there and do it now and let him know. We can't wait to see him on track.
Yep.
Woo! Well, all right. Well, we've got some stuff we can talk about. We talked a little bit about the races this week. We're talking about those a little bit. It used to be all about the races of the week. Now we've kind of pushed away from that, and just to kind of make sure that everything else going on gets sort of the highlight in the podcast. But we can talk a little bit about the series this week. Halfway over, and still got a lot more to come. Still got the late model race in just a few minutes. Got Friday night, the Premier Truck Series, SAVE22 Truck Series on Friday, and then the GT3 Series on Saturday, and then the first race of the InVets Xfinity Series on Sunday. So racing every day of the week. Pretty crazy. But it started off with a bang on Monday. I felt like Glow Station is just getting the goods, man. Tough deal. Something we can probably talk about too was we had more people than we had spots.
A lot more people.
Yeah, and I'll kind of give my opinion real quick about it. It's a fantastic problem to have. First off, now are we happy when people don't get in the race? No. Obviously that's not a design thing. Having Talladega first race of the season obviously lends itself to that. First race of the season is always going to be the biggest race. Talladega is the biggest, the biggest draw for people. And so, yeah, some people, you had to come in qualify, which I think is not something we want to do every week, but it is kind of cool for the first race of the season be one where you have to qualify to get in.
I can't disagree with you there. I mean, and we had some guys that tried to qualify and some had problems with a blue cone or something, so couldn't get their qual run in or whatever. So we had a few different issues there. Andy could probably talk more on that topic, but But yeah, I mean, the whole purpose, to Goat Locker Racing is we do have a place for. He liked that one too, boy. He's going to do on that one. That was a good one. Bam, 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 bam.
Let me be a keyboard warrior and get in the chat real quick.
Yeah, you probably should do that.
I'm going to hit my caps lock real quick. And
yeah, you probably should do that. This guy. But we want to have these racing series that everybody has the ability to come race. No one wants to show up to a race and not make the race, and those types of things. So we're working on a couple things behind the scenes right now to try to improve that, to try to give everybody an opportunity to get into the race. Not sure what the exact solution is at this point in time. But like Eddie said, I mean, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
It just kind of shows a little bit too, we created this monster, which is the ARCA series. Yeah. This Pro-Am split now with the team championship, it just has a lot of buzz about it, man. It's just everybody wants to be involved with it. When I was talking to iRacing about that, I'm like, our most popular series is ARCA. And I got to the what? Like, really? The ARCA car? And I'm like, yeah, it's, but I think it does. I think we've created this monster. So we've got to, it was a little bumpy road. The race was incredible. Yeah. It was a phenomenal broadcast. The new technology that was included that had the pros and the AMs separated, and it was incredible, man. But we're going to work on that, and we're going to figure out what the best solution is. And then, at the end of the day, if we continue to have those numbers, people are definitely going to have to qualify to get in. But we're working on a solution right now to where some of these guys, they've already earned a spot in the race. So. But what an incredible problem to have.
Yeah,
I think one of the best parts about it was the nobody starting in the pits. You're going to line up and you're going to run, and I'm an advocate for that every week, every track, no matter what. You qualify it, and if you don't want to qualify, don't show up. We got 60 drivers trying to get in. If you don't want to qualify, don't. And we'll have 59 try and get in. And
to kind of piggyback off that, just to explain a little bit, it's not just because we said so, but when you put on a broadcast for a lot of viewers, it looks kind of dumb. Yeah, it would look really dumb if NASCAR started the race and 6 cars drove out of pit road.
Correct.
So just optically, it just looks dumb. And I understand people are like, well, what about race strategy? Blah, 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 blah. It's,
go down the backstretch and dive to the inside.
It's definitely not it's definitely not a race strategy to start from the pits. Okay.
Right.
So, it's a lovely problem to have. It kind of stinks trying to decide who gets, who gets in, who gets excluded. You kind of want to have a sort of a hands-off approach sometimes, because then it's not on Goat Locker to do it, but there has to be a little bit of hands-on just to make sure that certain folks have earned it here. Just it is what it is. I mean, if you work anywhere, there's seniority. If you're in the military, there's definitely seniority. And so if you put in a lot of effort and work around Goat Locker, I can say this without any doubt. If you're a proponent of Goat Locker, if you're a defender of Goat Locker, if you're a supporter of Goat Locker, and you've been around for a while, you'll be rewarded almost every time. Mm-hmm. And that's just the way that it goes around here. And I love that. I love rewarding loyalty. Not to kind of harp on that. There's no decision being made. I'm just saying I do like that. Mm-hmm. But the race was awesome. Let's talk about the race a little bit. We had 40 laps, which was a lot shorter than most people are probably used to with Talladega. But you could kind of see almost immediately as the green flag dropped. I watched the race back today, that it just kind of spread out as everybody was trying to get to the back, those who were trying to get to the front. And it seemed like those cars are kind of like the old Gen 6 Cup car where it just punched a big hole in the air. So if you tried to pull out and go somewhere, you really couldn't until you generated that momentum. And so it seemed like it was really tough early on. We had about 3 distinct packs. That was pretty incredible to see. We had an early caution, at the front of the field, no less.
Yeah, the leaders got together. Yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
Some self clears.
Yep. Some self clears.
But then after that, man, the racing was good. I think a lot of I think the next wreck came from guys just trying to get themselves back up towards the front. So all in all, I mean, a pretty solid race. I can't think of anything that was just, sticks out other than just a great finish. And we got to see them race to the checkered flag where Jeremiah Holt took the win for the pro. And then, oh shoot,
I can't remember either.
I'm so sorry. I should probably, before I start talking about winners, I should probably.
I want to say there were only like 4 cautions, maybe 5. And for
wasn't many.
Yeah, it wasn't many at all.
4. Yeah, it was light.
40 plus cars to be on track.
Kyle Deering.
There we go.
The amateur.
And the different levels. You got your pros, your AMs, people fighting for positions in both of those, racing against each other. Very low caution count. Incredible racing throughout. And I think that's one of the most exciting things so far. The amount of work that went into the fall series is just unbelievable. But to see these first few races go off and how they have and how the broadcast, man, worth every bit of effort that we've put into it. And so we're going to continue to build on the momentum of the ARCA series. Just be patient with us. We're going to do what we can, and you will always have a place to come race, bar none.
And don't forget also, there is 6 other nights of the week that we're racing. Right. Monday's your only night, dadgummit. But, Goat Locker's putting on 7 nights a week. And, of course, love to hear the feedback on the broadcast. We had the new stuff. I learned some things. We had this Pro-Am split, and then I thought, well, it's kind of, it can be confusing if that's up all the time. So I kind of cycled back and forth between the two. So I'd love to hear some feedback on how to best use that what y'all think the best way to use that, so it's not up all the time. But I was just cycling back and forth. Is that information good to y'all? Do you think it's confusing? I'd love to know. I can't put myself in the shoes of a viewer that either may not know how iRacing works or doesn't understand it. So if you heard some feedback from family or anything like that, we'd love to hear it, because we'd love to maybe optimize that a little bit better. Maybe put like an amateur, some sort of indicator on the driver info or something like that. Maybe could be a thing. But let us know if you like the tower, if it worked good. I tried to leave the overall up quite a bit just so it just wasn't so kind of jarring. Like he's up front, but he shows him in So just let us know. So let us know if you like it, what we can improve on. But the racing was what I expected.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Pretty solid race. And then Tuesday night, incredible IndyCar race. The battle at the end was unbelievable.
Poor Ryan.
Yeah,
he's got to be feeling that one, right? Still.
Yeah.
Too soon. Sorry.
No, I will never feel bad for Ryan running out of gas. When I ran out of gas and lost a truck championship to him at a turn 4 at Nashville. And he was happy to take that championship home. So anytime Ryan Pendleton runs out of gas, there's a small grin on my face.
Ryan, here comes Patrick's all caps. Heads up.
That was my all cap. Yeah,
all cap. Here comes.
Well, the battle, the battle between him and man, I can't remember his name. Somebody new. Who's
Raven.
Ravon.
Ravon. It was great battle.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just incredible how long it went on for it. Right at the white flag, Ryan runs out of gas and he's able to get that win. But yeah, fantastic battle there.
And to be on that track with the bumps and the tight turns, and it's not a wide track. I mean, it's very bumpy. It's crazy for them to run side by side like that. That's just kudos to them. What a great job. And they don't know each other. They haven't raced with each other. So the trust up front was there. Obviously, after a couple of corners, you see them, they just stuck with it and went after it. And that's what we want to see. And that's why we love the sport. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait for some more IndyCar races. Gonna be a good show, and that's a great way to start it off. And then you've kind of already alluded on the Cruising Classics Next Gen series. 60 laps, green flag. It wasn't. I mean, there was definitely some action going on.
Oh,
there
yeah.
were some guys loose. There were some sideways. There were some guys halfway spinning. But every time it seemed like they saved it. Nobody
there's a
really.
couple guys trying to wreck. They tried to wreck and cause a caution, but they didn't get it done.
Hey, Andy. At least I made.
At least you raced. Yeah. Yes.
At least I made the show.
Golly.
Pow!
Yeah.
Pow! Pow!
Oh. I'm catching strays over here, Jake. Yeah, that was.
I was in a series that you actually get booted from.
All right.
That was a fun race to watch. Goat Locker. Whenever there's plate races, they always seem to come with two more guys. Whenever plate racing comes around, and Cody McElwain hadn't been around, hadn't heard the damn thing from him, and all of a sudden here comes Cody McElwain coming in to help.
Well, you're going to hear a whole lot more from him. He is signed up for sports car on Saturday. He's signed up for Indy cars on Tuesday.
Yeah,
you're going to hear a whole lot more out of Cody McElwain.
Good deal. I guess Le Mans Ultimate's starting to not be so good. Maybe we can get him back over here to iRacing. It's good to have him. I like Cody. Cody is awesome. He's such a good guy, and he's fun to race with. We've raced some GT3 stuff in the past. Of course, when we do the 24 Hours Daytona, he's always on the team, and he's just he. I tell you what, even if it's your fault, he'll blame the other guy every time. If you get into it with somebody, he'll say, "Man, that guy's an idiot," and I'm like, I think it was probably me, but I appreciate it, Hey, man, Cody will have your back. That's why I like racing with him. So, but yeah, cool finish there at the end. Everybody fighting for every single inch, and then it came away with just 3 drivers as there were a couple incidents. Jeremy Garner, poor guy, tried to throw a real late block.
Real late, yeah.
And I think it was Silvers. Is
Silvers.
it Justin Silvers?
Sure, we'll go with that.
It's a Jay Silvers. I know that. And he made a nice little move down to the inside, and Jeremy knew that if he didn't try to block it, it was going to be game over for him. And he took a little ride. And then, it was it was cool to see there at the end. Silvers was still kind of out there, but I couldn't see at first who it was. Ryan was driving sort of a different painted car. I hadn't seen that paint job yet. And I looked, I'm like, who is that? And I saw Marcus, and then all of a sudden I said, oh, that's Ryan. I said, well, I know who's winning this race. Poor Silvers.
It's over. Jamie, all the guys on our team, it was a lot of fun for me. I had a fun race, all that other stuff. Got, kind of caught up in some stuff there towards the end. But for me personally, it was so fun to have what we called, the OG Goat Locker team back together again last night, except for Jake Ellingson, who decided to take a vacation. So to have Cody McElwain on track, and if you don't know anything about Cody McElwain, 1, he's an animal on the road, just an unbelievable talent on the road, but 2, he's a lineman. And so he's done I almost consider him a first responder as well. He's done a lot of hurricane relief and getting power restored back to people's homes, and all kinds of crazy stuff. And, and so to have him back racing with us was incredible. Alex Cruz was there last night too. But yeah, I know the broadcast booth, even asked Jamie afterwards, like, hey, did you think about poking your head out? And I'm sure Eddie laughed at that one too, because it's not what we do on our team. Who's ever out front, that's the guy that's going to go win that race, and we're going to lock horns and make sure that guy wins the race. But
it's a fun way of racing, is it not? Like, that's just a fun way of being. Like, if you're on a team and you're like, hey, look, I'm going to make sure that you win, and it's a fun way to be. I've done that before with buddies of mine, on teammates, even racing with you guys sometimes in certain leagues and series and stuff.
That's how I got the win at Atlanta last year.
Yeah, it's. I had to yell at you a few times.
Yeah, you did.
On board.
Golly, you were more amped up than I was, man. Drag your brake. Drag your brake,
damn it! And you're like, why you drive a brake? And I was like, dude, and then you didn't complain one bit when you crossed the start finish line first.
Not one.
But yeah, it's fun. It's fun when you can work together with somebody and they get the win, and you had a part in it. It's fun to do that. I think having teammates is just a blast, and you can always kind of celebrate together. And I don't know, depends on who you are as a person. I've gotten older, I guess, and I've gotten over needing to win all the time.
Mhm.
You know, it
Yeah.
used to be I needed to win. I had to win because I wanted my name on the broadcast, or I wanted people to
Mhm.
say my name, or I wanted to be the winner. I needed that validation of some
Yeah.
sort, I guess. But as I get a little bit moved on from that, I don't need to win every time. It's fun to see other people,
Yes.
win. And that's a cool thing about being on a team, is seeing other people's success. And yeah, I love that type of stuff, especially when someone who hasn't won in a while or something like that, you push them to a win. That's pretty awesome. So
Yeah, but an incredible. I mean, I said it during my go to the week and all that stuff, but man, again, kudos to those guys that got selected, that came,
Yeah.
tried out every single week, raced their guts out to make it to the show. They're in the top tiers of Goat Locker Racing, and man, did they show they deserved to be there last night.
yeah,
Linky was up front for quite some time.
yeah.
He put his car in certain positions. He made some moves. When he was around me, I'm like, okay, all right, he's making moves. I like it.
He's trying to get better, man. He is
Yeah, I
working
like
very
it.
hard at getting better. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it was so awesome to be around all these people that I've been around them, but I haven't got to race with them a whole lot. And now that they're in the Premier Series, man, we're going to screw it up next week. I mean, we're going to talk so much about this race, and next week it's just going to be a dumpster fire. But at least we had this week.
It hasn't been. The Next Gen Series, I know there's
Yeah.
2 Premier Series. The Next Gen Series has been one. I mean, the Friday Series has always been, to me, the most competitive. It's not been the cleanest, but
I would agree.
clean and competitive don't really ever go hand in hand. It just is what it is. And so
Yep.
when you're competitive, you're running all over each other all the time. It's going to be messy. But I mean, the last couple seasons of the SAVE22 Truck Series has been unbelievable. Like the competition level, the racing at the end, the battles. I mean, it's worth going back and watching some of the races from the last couple seasons. They're amazing. So that always delivers in that sort of almost a chaotic way. There's always some sort of chaos in the playoffs. Where the Next Gen Series is just it's like a workman's type series where it's you come in, the races are going to go caution free almost every time, and you better show up ready to roll as soon as the green flag drops, or you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, and it's a few people after the race last night said it's a zero mistake. You can't make a mistake.
No.
There's no time to recover from it. We don't have a bunch of cautions. We don't.
No.
You make that one speeding down pit road. Whatever the case is. I mean, it's just over. So it sets the bar really, really high.
Yeah. Well, just incredible racing so far.
Yeah.
Got the short track series about to kick off. I think the session's open now. People are probably jumping over there, getting ready to race that. So we'll see how that plays out later tonight. Then Friday night for the SAVE22 Truck Series, come out for that, watch it. Then Saturday for the GT3 Series. Please show up. If you're not racing, definitely come and watch the broadcast. We'll kind of people know where the other races are, but the GT3 is new.
Yeah.
So people may not know that it's there. So make sure that you're sharing that one. Let's get that one kind of pumped up.
Yeah, give them some love.
Yeah. And that, I think it'll be a great show. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, and then you got the InVets Xfinity Series, which the Xfinity Series is sort of like one of those that's right below the Truck Series in competition. It kind of falls in that same Next Gen Series where there's a lot of green flag runs, but the competition is really high. So that one will put on a good show as well. So there's a lot of good racing coming up this week. Already been some good ones. We'll have some more, and then we'll be into week number 2, and boy, it'll be over before you know it. So incredible race. All 3 races that we've had so far. Thank y'all so much for watching the races, for liking them, for sending links to people, let them know, for cheering your drivers on, for racing really well. Those who were on the track, the broadcasters did a great job. Everybody behind the scenes, all your race control and admins that are putting in the work. Thank y'all for the successful midweek that we got going on here. Just incredible stuff. Y'all got anything left before we kick this one out of here?
No, just remember, when you're racing and things along those lines, pay attention to all the rules during all the sessions. The pit exit applies during qualifying. So pay attention to your cones and things along those lines. Pay attention to your speed limiters. All those different types of things, man. But and then stay salty out there.
That's it.
All right. thanks to ATYL Media for and Taylor Kitchen. Thanks SAVE22 and all of our great sponsors. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
Don't forget to fill out the survey, and we'll see y'all next week. Be prepared to show up next week and be a part of the podcast. And thanks to Pat, Andy for being here tonight. Andy, you showed up last week when we kicked you out. I'm glad we kept you this week.
That's it. Let's do it. Don't forget speed dating next week. Let's go. Show it up.
All right. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye.